The following podcast is provided by Era Living, innovator in residential retirement options since 1987. And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And we are here with the amazing group at Era Living, which has 8 communities throughout greater Seattle area, King County. And I love spending the time with this group of people. And I know that each and every one of you will enjoy meeting them as they come forward. And we are here now talking to Marla A. Becker. And Marla is the executive director of the Aljoya Mercer Island community. And Marla, before we start, tell us a little bit about your community.
Well, we sit right off the I-90 corridor. We have a beautiful walking space and garden area for our residents. And our residents can walk all the way from their back door down to Luther Burbank Park or all the way to the bridge deck. And it's such a comfortable space for everyone, seniors, residents with dogs, family members.
Lovely. And it's really nice. Now, you guys at this location, you do independent living and you do assisted living. Is that correct?
Yes.
If I seem to remember?
Yes, we do independent and assisted living.
And that's important. And the thing that's really amazing is we're going to be talking to one of your residents later in these segments. And she started out in assisted living and now she's back being independent. That gives an amazing testament to what you guys do and how you help seniors maintain their quality of life. And she's obviously a testament, and I'm looking forward to sharing her story. So Marla, I'm just going to ask you a little bit about when somebody moves into senior living or retirement living, why would somebody want to leave maybe at their current home, even if they're independent, and move into a senior living community?
Well, I can't encourage people enough to think about it while you feel healthy and can enjoy what senior living has to offer. The conversation that you can, and friends you can make, and the lack of stress, what can be removed, only the stressful part gets removed from your life when you move to a retirement community. So the real feel for it is that you can come in and enjoy what that community has to offer and not wait until someone in your family, a close friend or relative has to make that decision for you. And there's so much to take part in. You can be as reclusive as you like in your apartment and then step out into the hallway and the common space and find music and book clubs and exercise and a swimming pool often. And so you have the best of both worlds. No one has to feel like you will constantly be inundated to come and do things that really aren't your cup of tea. Right. You can really just take part in as much as you like or as little as you like.
Well, and I always say that moving into senior living, sometimes when things are a chore and your life gets to be, your house is getting too much for you, where so many of our seniors, today they're sitting there with the family home that they, lived in for 50 years, and it's getting harder and harder to maintain. And, and while, there may be income, you want to do things with your life. You want to, have experiences off your bucket list. And oftentimes you're so tired with the day-to-day of taking care of your house, you don't get to experience life. And that's the beauty, I think, of one of the things with senior living is everything's provided for you. You don't have to, you don't have to go grocery shopping unless you want to buy things for your own self, but it's not this requirement or this weight on you. And I think those are the things that, you provide is that freedom, that sense of freedom that you don't have. So obviously we've got the things that's interesting today is that when I first started in this industry about 13 years ago, I realized that, our seniors didn't want to talk about senior living. What we're finding is now those people that took care of their parents 14 years ago, now they're at the situation where they're saying, you know what, I'm not going to do this to my kids. I'm going to make the choices. I'm going to start making choices for me of where I want to be and what I want to do. I'm going to downsize my own house. There's all kinds of things that are going on that we didn't see even 10 years ago, Marla. Do you think that that's true? Are you finding that as well?
It's very true. In fact, we even have children of our residents who get on our depositor list because they are seeing how much their moms or dads or grandparents have enjoyed senior living. And
Yeah.
so even they are saying, I won't do this to my children either. So we see that across the board on the generations now.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think it's because of what we offer for
Mm-hmm.
that lifestyle when people move
Mm-hmm.
into a community. I mean, oftentimes our residents will say, it's like a cruise ship. I don't have to think about anything but enjoying myself.
Enjoy myself every day and but also to get involved. And there's a lot of things to how many seniors, if they sit alone at home, they don't have the social wellness factor in their life. They don't have the activities. They don't get a sense of purpose oftentimes. And so what happens is that their mind can decline. There's can be, there's proven studies that if there's any sort of tendency towards dementia and Alzheimer's, it can actually escalate more so by being isolated than it does when you're in a community. And just being around a staff that if there's a symptom of something, they're professional and they recognize it. And I think that's the thing that is such an amazing opportunity for our seniors today. And so obviously there's an adjustment period. So let's say a resident moves in. Tell me a little bit about that.
So what our residents have set up is an ambassador group who welcomes new people. So that when you come in, it's not like you go to the restaurant and you feel like your first day in kindergarten. You have someone with you, someone has come and invited you to dinner, or they've invited you to the music that's happening 2 days after you move in. And so
that's wonderful.
They're sharing their experiences with you as a new resident. And it just makes that transition so much easier. We can have staff greet people and put new names, welcome signs up, but it's just not the same as the residents themselves welcoming new people they're going to get to know and eat dinner with and go on outings. And so having that ambassador group is crucial, I think, to a good start for anyone.
Yeah. And I think too, obviously, to start planning for this, those are things to think about. It's like, how often do we get caught up in day-to-day life and we don't plan for maybe a better quality of life moving forward? I know I just did an interview with a retirement expert that is non-financial. He talks about so many people out there, they have no idea what they're going to do when they retire. They don't have any sense of plans up front to say, I really want to paint. I want to have an art studio. I want to do certain things. And I think one of the things that's moving into a community like yours, you have the opportunities to do things that you didn't do. And you have the assistance and help.
And the
to do that.
time.
Yes, and the time. You're not wrapped up with having to mow the lawn or
who are you hiring next to clean your gutters?
Yes, exactly. And just all the things that goes on. It's like to live simpler and more quality of life, I think, is really what the option. So obviously a resident, once they've moved in, life has to be amazing. It's probably like this thing of like, really, I don't have to do this anymore. There's probably this element of, wow, this is almost like too good to be true a little bit, right?
We do hear that. That's pretty common because people have been used to taking care of themselves for so long. And then to have someone make your bed or, during the housekeeping week, you get fresh sheets and towels, and people leave little notes on your counter, on your, front porch area. So the difference is amazing to say, I have more time and now I can explore things I might not have even been interested in before. A number of times people will take art classes and say, I didn't think I had any talent. And
Yeah.
we're so pleased to hang their art because it's beautiful. So
Oh, I love this. And there's such an important piece of it to have the social connections. And I think one of the things that the reason why your communities are so amazing is there's an attraction of people that live there that have a thirst for life and a thirst for activities and things like that. And you really see that even with those that have a lot, are on the high end of assisted living, they still have that joy and that better quality of life. And I think that's what's most important.
Yes, having that assistance again is what actually gives everyone more independence. More time.
Yeah. Tell us about the family members when their loved ones come in. What do they usually say?
If you ask family members at Aljoya, they'll tell you that they just want to come to Lily's, our restaurant. Okay, I'm coming to see my mom, but what's on dinner tonight? What's
Yeah.
So,
and that's the great thing too, is if you have senior loved ones and they live in a community like that, you can join them for dinner and with meals and things like that. So that's the great things. So again, Aljoya is right off of I-90 a little bit. How many apartments do you have?
We have 114 apartments. Everything from about 700 square feet to a little over 2,000 square feet.
Wow. So, nice, big, spacious area.
And everything in between. So.
Yeah. And obviously for people to learn more about Era Living, and I didn't do this in our first segment, so I'm going to do it again. How do we reach you on your website?
Oh, yes. You can actually type in Era Living and our website will come up. If you know one of our community's names, you can type that in to your search engine and you'll get Aljoya Mercer Island. So either way.
Well, Marla, it's been such a pleasure to have you on the program, and it makes me really want to go have dinner and celebrate with your residents, and I hope to do that sometime soon.
Yes, anytime. Please let me know. I'd love to have you join us.
We would love it. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And Era Living, we're coming back with another segment right after this. Era Living is locally owned and operates 8 premier retirement communities in Seattle, Renton, Mercer Island, Bellevue, and Issaquah. From vibrant, independent living to compassionate assisted living to secure memory care, Era Living respects and honors older adults by enhancing the quality of their lives. Learn more at eraliving.com.